I'm going to finish up with an alumni video here. So this is Erin Bonifero. You know, we've talked, and Casey will talk a lot more about like innovation in the arts and like what it actually means when you graduate. Like, what are you going to do? How the arts are really being able to be applied into so many interesting career paths like healthcare and law and obviously education. Erin went on to be an entrepreneur. So she opened a store called Collage. It exists in Vancouver, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her time at Emirli Carr, what it gave her, and what she's doing now.
Visual arts are a wonderful way to communicate the things that we can't always. And art as a communicator made sense to me. Looking back now, I was working with children and nurturing that language. I can see that that's been the common thread throughout. I remember having a discussion with my parents about like, what are you going to do with this art degree? And I really didn't have an answer for them, except for that I knew that this is what I was the most passionate about. And the great thing about going to art school is that you're around these self-starters. And so you really have to be motivated to get, if you want to get your work out there or your ideas out there, you have to find a clever way to do so. I'm Erin Bonifero, and I run this store called Collage. Collage is the best place in the world because it's a place where art and storytelling and making can all come together. So this space is a little bit bookstore, it's a little bit workshop, it's a little bit toy store. It is an invitation to get creative. We use a storybook, and then that storybook acts as a catalyst for the class, and then the children are led through some prompters to make a picture based on that. So it sounds really simple, but the sweet thing is they really start to see themselves as makers and doers. If you want to go out into the world and make this your profession, you have to know what you're all about. Art school sort of makes it so you can carve out that place for you, and that was a big part of it. So there it was. Emirli Carr gave me that community to draw from, gave me the drive, and gave me the language to put this whole thing together. Being at school and using that highly conceptual language, and you know, now I make sock puppets. So like, how did I get from one to the other? How far away they feel? I thought about that some more, and they're actually not that far away at all. And I really needed one to get to the other. So I like that I have a store that has a book about Baldessari and sparkly pom-poms, because I think that the challenge of relating those two things kind of speaks to what this place is all about. This isn't just a hobby. This is really a career that I've built for myself, and I hope to see it continue to succeed.
And last but not least, I want to talk to you guys about Ola Volo. So she is an Emirli Carr graduate, and as you can see here, she developed this really, really unique illustrative style when she was at school. So she graduated as an illustration minor. And the style that she developed really drew on her Ukrainian heritage and folklore that she was taught as a kid. So she was doing this very, very delicate, small work, and then she graduated and she literally exploded. So she does murals all over the world now for commission. She's also worked on bedding that was just recently released. She worked on Car to Go, which is like a car share program that we have all over North America. And actually, Casey and I spotted some in China when we were there. We were like, what? She's done brewery identities as well. So she's branded everything from like the murals inside of breweries to the packaging to the t-shirts. So really, I love talking about her because I think that the way that she's approaching illustration and the traditional ideas that we have of illustration, she's really challenging those.